Hi y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm glad to have you here with me today. And so let me go ahead and first introduce myself for my new subscribers. And I am so grateful to have y'all here with me. And for my regular subscribers I've had for a while, I'm grateful for y'all every single day. So anyway, to introduce myself, let me start out by saying that my name is Sandy, and of course last name's Murray, because it's Mammy Murray's Musings. Mammy is my grandma name. I am the proud mama of 5 children, and I have 13 grandbabies, so I've been really blessed. I was raised in Tennessee for the first 12 years of my life, the next 6 years in Mississippi. And so, well, I'll come to that part in a little bit. Then after high school, when I graduated, I joined the Army. And when I was stationed in Germany, I met my husband. His name was Sonny. We were married almost 41 years when the Lord called him home, and that will be 3 years next month. And he is the reason I started a YouTube channel. He, especially, during 2020 and COVID, he started telling me, you need to do a YouTube channel, because I would sit there and we'd sit there and watch them, because couldn't go out and do anything else really much, go anywhere else. And but he had been ill for, my goodness, he had been ill for several years. In the last 3 years he was on dialysis, and I was his caregiver. And I honestly didn't have the time or energy to do it then. But about 6 months after he passed away, I was getting ready to do stuff for Christmas, and it's just like I could hear God speaking to me, you can do a YouTube channel now. And so that's when I first started. And I live in southeast Missouri. After we got out of the Army, we settled in Missouri. My husband was from the St. Louis area, and we moved into the southeast area of it. And so, as I tell everyone, my accent is all over the place, because I was raised in the South. I lived St. Louis for a while. I lived in Germany. I've lived in southeast Missouri for 30 years, I guess. About 30 years. And, well, yeah, about 30 years living in southeast Missouri. So I may one day say one word one day and another day say it another way. So you just never know how it's going to come out of my mouth. Most people where I live, they always tell me they hear more of the southern accent. When I go down to Tennessee and Mississippi, they tell me I have a northern accent. So I guess I'm just perfect. I'm somewhere in between. So, y'all know I put on the community page the other day that I was going to do a video on Sunday, and I came home from church, had a catastrophe. It wasn't anything major, just I had a big mess to clean up. And those who have watched me before, you can tell I'm in my son's kitchen today. I planned on leaving a few days later and getting ready for my oldest grandbaby's high school graduation. And I was talking to my son Sunday, and he said, well, you could come by and visit me for a few days. And he called me first about maybe getting a dog and bringing it to him from where I live, and then he changed his mind. He said, but you can still come and visit me for a few days, which it takes me about maybe an hour out of my way. And because to go to my daughter's, I go one direction, his, I go another. And because both of them live in Arkansas. But anyway, so that's what I did. I'm spending a few days with him. And so now I'm getting ready to make you a recipe. Enough chatting, and let's get down to this. So we are going to make chocolate cheesecake bars. Just chocolate cheesecake bars is what we're going to do. So I am going to turn you down and right here so you can see. So first thing is I'm going to take a roll. This is an 8-ounce roll of crescent rolls. Now if I can just figure out how to open it. All right. You know, let me see. Normally, I don't spray my pan. I have it home. But my pan's Teflon coated. And this is glass, so I'm going to spray it just to be on the safe side. All right. But if I did not say it, preheat your oven to 375, you know. There we go. Sometimes I may forget to mention some things. So if I forget something, you make sure you just, you know, ask me. Comment and ask me about it. We are going to take this out. And then we are just going to unroll this. That over there in the trash. And I know I didn't take this out right. You know, I never do that. If I had to roll these into the, what do you call it? Make them up into the little crescent rolls. I would just, I don't like the word luck, but I'd be out of luck. Because I am just so bad every time I take these out of the package. But anyway, we are just going to take and spread these out. I think one thing too is I had the dough sitting out and I forgot to preheat my oven, so I think it got a little bit warm on me too. That's one of the reasons this isn't wanting to fold correctly. But we are going to press this out. Now, for what size pan this is, it seems smaller than her 9 by 13. I usually use like an 11 by 7. That's what I normally use. It depends on how thick you want your stuff, how thick you want your crust, how thick you want your filling. So that's going to be all up to you. So I may get a little pastry roller and roll this all out to fit it all in place. That's what I normally do at home. So I'll bring you back after I get this all fitted out there. Okay, y'all. Now, when there's a little seam. Whenever you see those little seams, just kind of pinch them shut. Just pinch them shut. Get some of that more over this way. Because you don't want any gaps or holes. You want, you know, one smooth thing. So pinch your seam shut. Now, we're going to put this in the oven at 375 for about 8 to 10 minutes. You just want this to be browned. You want to cook it till it's brown. You want it done. So I will bring you back when I'm finished. Oh, and let me tell you this. When it's finished baking, you want to let it cool off too before we put the filling in. But when it's about almost cooled off, then I'll come back and make the filling solid. See you in a little bit. Hey y'all, listen, that the crescent roll stuff's still cooking, but I want to show y'all that my shirt that my son gave me, I don't know, about a year or so ago, and I just love it. So I'm going to turn around so you can read it. Did you see that? If I can remember exactly what it says, what is grandma to? Mess with my grandchildren, I'll show you. I know that's right. And I'm sure if you have grandchildren, you know that that's right too, huh? All right, well, I'll be back with you in a little bit. All right, the crust is just about all the way as cool as I want it. So we're going to get ready now to do the filling. So I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to bring you down here, and then we will get started. We want to take an 8-ounce thing of cream cheese that's been softened. You let it just sit out and get soft. we'll put that in there. And remember, as I tell you all the time, get every little bit out, because groceries just cost too much money nowadays to waste anything. I tell you, I just went to the commissary a while ago here at the Air Force Base, and every time I go into a store anywhere, I just can't believe how much things cost. You know, my son has chickens, and if I was going straight home, I'd be taking some of them eggs home with me. It's sure expensive. And I know he and his wife had cattle, and they said they ended up getting rid of their cattle because I guess something to do with the market. It was just, I guess, the amount they were getting for them compared to the amount it costs to feed them or something like that. I can't remember exactly what he told me, but they ended up getting rid of their cattle. Okay, I'm going to put in about a teaspoon of vanilla to that. I am going to pour in about, we want 1 cup of milk. I'm going to pour in about 1/2 cup to begin with, roughly. And listen, y'all, this is so funny. I asked my son where the other beater was. I'm whispering because I don't want him to hear me. He might get upset. But he'll find out later, won't he? And he said, well, I think it's in the shop somewhere, because he said he was using it in the shop for something. And it was just kind of funny to me, because that sounds like something my husband would do. My husband one time rebuilt a motor on our our kitchen table. One time he rebuilt a transmission on it. One time he even had a transmission in our bathtub. And I know people would tell me, well, I wouldn't let my husband do that. But you know what? It was his house just as much as it was mine. And but he would always protect the table first, though. Okay, we're going to mix them together. All right, now I'm going to add the rest of that. Now, one thing I forgot I wanted to do first before I start adding that milk too. Trying to see if I can get that. There we go. Sugar. I want to add a little bit of sugar to this. Let me see, that says 1/4 of a cup. So we'll probably add about 1 or 2 tablespoons. Okay. And we'll mix that up just a little bit more there. All right. All right. Over there. I'm sorry, I'm just cracking myself up today, and that's not hard to do. Oh well, let me rinse that off there. Oh, good thing I washed myself up real good before I started. I hope y'all were laughing along with me. All right, now this is the small package of chocolate pudding mix that's instant, not the kind you cook. And sorry about that. But you need the kind that's just instant, and it's the 3.9 ounce. And you know, you can do this any flavor. I'd asked them earlier if they wanted lemon or butterscotch or chocolate, and my son didn't say anything at first, and his wife said, well, if he's not going to answer, I'm going to say chocolate. So chocolate it is. I'm going to be beating this for a little bit, so I am going to pause you so you don't have to keep hearing this noise. Okay, if you see here how nice and smooth and creamy I have it, that's what we want. Let me tell you something, if I'd had just both egg beaters, it would have gone a lot faster. Okay. All right. This is why you want to pinch your seams together. See, I didn't do that great of a job, but that's okay. I've always said, and I'll say it again, I can make food taste good, but I'm not real good at making it look pretty. I do not have like an artistic bone in my body. I can come up with stuff and make up recipes, but can't make it look pretty. I can't draw. I can't even draw a straight line for a stick figure. Okay. And like for decorating a house real pretty and beautiful, I have to get ideas somewhere else. Okay, now my husband, he was a very good artist. All right, so we're going to take this mixture and just put it on top of that. And some couple little pieces I didn't get good, you can see there. But you know, I've told y'all before, what you see is what you get with me. I'm not really going to, any little bloopers are not going to be coming out. If something doesn't turn out pretty, I'm not going to start it all over. I know someone I used to know years ago, if their food didn't look pretty, they would throw it all out and start it all over. Well, it costs too much to do that. I mean, as long as it tastes good, that's what matters, or that's my opinion. Maybe I'm wrong. I tell you, the older I get, the heavier these bowls become. I don't think it's the bowl, though. I think it's me. Oh. Well. I have to maybe get another spatula, scrape that better, or I guess I could leave some behind. Grandbabies like to eat it. Get to lick the bowl. How many of y'all remember licking the bowl when y'all were kids and you liked doing that? There we go. Just spread it all over. Spread it out as even as you can. I am dealing with some back pain today. I don't know why, unless it's the weather. But I'm just really having some back pain today. All right, see if I can scrape that off. Some of that, get some of that off. All right, I'll let Oakley and Adeline how that actually, Oakley's going to her, I forget exactly what it's called, but like preschool martial arts class. Now we're just going to put some Cool Whip on top. Oh, and I was going to tell you, went ahead and sweetened mine a little more. You know, you may not want to. Like, and, you know, like I said before, cooking, everybody's cooking is, everyone has different preferences. But I wanted mine, when I tasted it, I want just a little bit sweeter. So I added a little bit more sugar. So it was probably altogether about 1/4 of a cup. Now, I will tell you, this mixture is thick. That chocolate mixture, it is thick. So don't think it's going to be thin like pudding. Then after we get this on here, we are going to put this in the fridge, and you want to set in the fridge for a couple of hours to get good and cold. Can y'all see? See, I tell you, I'm a messy cook. Look, chocolate up there, go up over here. That's okay. I eat my messes, and I clean up my messes. I think the last time I cooked, I got flour on the counter or something. And I told y'all my mother used to say, you stroll more than anybody ever seen when they cook. But that's okay. I clean it up. If I clean it up, it doesn't matter. A little bit more and just kind of put that on there. Then all you have to do to serve it is just cut it in little squares, little bars, and it's ready to go. So there we have our chocolate cheesecake bars. Can you see that? So, and like I said, it depends how thick you want it. You can do it in if you want a thicker crust and you're filling thicker, you can do it 8 by 10. If you want it a little bit thinner, you can do it in a 9 by 13. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this is a 7 by 11. I'm not positive. All right, let me bring you up here for a minute. I'm not sure we will have a taste test because unless I'm the only one who'll taste test it. My little granddaughter, she might, but my children are just about all of them are camera shy, and I can't believe it. I know I have 2 of them, they're introverted, but then I have 2 of them have loud mouths, and then I have one, she goes back and forth, but I don't know. But anyway, listen, if don't come back with taste test, if you watched another video, and don't remember to always season your cooking for love and cook for those you love. All right, y'all have a good evening.